Nadine is currently residing blank, number 12, Robredo Street, blank, Siargao. Now let's start with prepositions. Prepositions may sound complex and a bit confusing to some students, but with the right method and being familiar with how they're properly used, prepositions can be quite easy. So let's start with this item. Nadine is currently residing blank, number 12, Robredo Street, blank, Siargao. Now let me show you this helpful diagram. So with prepositions, there are two types. We have the preposition of time and the preposition of place. And how do we use in, at, on in these scales of things? So here with this question, we're definitely gonna use the preposition for time. So we're gonna refer to this side of the diagram for location. So when we say in, it's more about, the general, like the bigger picture in the location. So in England, in London, in Chinatown, so it could be a country, a city, or a neighborhood. And as for on is more specific compared to in. So it could be streets, avenues, like Oxford Street, the corner, so on the corner, on Oxford Street. When we say at, it's the most specific, like very specific. You have the number of the address, you have the specific location. So there you go. That's basically it. That's basically what you need to know about preposition place. In this item, we have number 12, so it's very specific. We're gonna use at number 12, Robredo Street. Siargao is a city, so we're gonna use in. The answer is letter D, at and in. Now, as for this next item, we're not going to talk about the location or the place. We're going to talk about time. And there's also a specific diagram for this. How to use prepositions to talk about years, dates, and time. So we use at for more specific times. Like for example, at noon, at midnight, at 7 o'clock. Then we use on for, take note, the days of the week, like Monday, days of the month, dates consisting of month, holidays, and more specific dates in the year. Then we use in for like more general time frame, like in centuries, decades, in 2012, in 2022. It could also be used in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evenings. It's more of general spaced in time. So as for this question, my birthday usually falls blank on Monday, days of the week. Therefore, we're gonna use on as a preposition. My birthday usually falls on Monday. So one way to remember how in, on, and at are used in sentences relating to years, dates, and time, you may want to remember song lyrics or your favorite song that uses this preposition, partnering it with time. So as for me, I like Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. So I'd always sing driving slow on Sunday morning. So driving slow on Sunday morning. So now I know that on is always followed by the day of the week. So piggybacking on the previous item, we have this question which talks about the specific time. So blank, exactly 6 a.m. the morning classes start for Filipino elementary students. Since we're talking about a specific time in the day, we're gonna have to use the preposition at. Now this next question is quite different from the previous two questions because it talks about an activity, like the preposition, then connecting it to an activity. So most of the communication today is conducted blank social media. Now, based on research, like based on the changes in the language, in the English language because of technology, it is correct to use the preposition on during activities that you do on the screen. So like browsing on social media, browsing on Instagram, on Facebook. So that's all that you actually need to remember. Everything that you do using on the screen, the preposition to use is on. Now for this last question about prepositions, please wait for your belongings here, blank the exit. So the correct preposition to use is at because of the specific location, the exit. So now that you learned about some hacks, tactics, about the usage of in, on, and at, in terms of prepositions of place and preposition of time, just make sure to familiarize yourself with this. Try to correct yourself when you do commit these mistakes in using in, on, and at. And of course, this would prove to be helpful when you're answering your exam because there are a lot of items in the UPCAT that would make use of the prepositions. Hi, I'm Mentor Barts of the Maroon Blue Book. Visit themaroonbluebook.com and start your UPCAT review today.
Ready to become an scholar ng bayan? Enroll in the UPCAT Masterclass today.